Hey everybody, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is for you while you're watching this AirCare Driveline World's Okayest Steering Wheel Holder. Checking in with y'all for another video update. I said in my last video that I've got some videos that I'm editing. I'm actually editing on the truck. I got almost, three videos and part of a fourth video that I'm editing, and I just haven't had a chance to finish those up. So, but I wanted to get a video up. I didn't want to wait until those are done. See, this is the problem with editing. Now, those who know me, you know that I've got a little bit of film production in my background, and all these videos I've been doing for years are just on my phone, you know. So I've got good video editing capabilities. I make my own music. I make all my own animations, all my own stuff. With the exception of a few things I use that I've been using for intros, but I'm making my own music for intros and everything. I'm making it myself. And I enjoy it. I love doing it, but it's so damn time consuming. And so it's going to be a mix of these kinds of videos on my phone and edited videos that tell more of a story through visuals and stuff like that. So anyway, that's what's coming, but I want to give you an update. So let me roll the intro and I'll be right back. Okay, I actually did have something I had to do. I need to brush my teeth. It's funny sometimes when you see an intro and then like the person never moved, never did anything, you know, like why roll the intro if you're not transitioning to something else? It's even weird on this video. But anyway, I had to brush my teeth. The receiver's coming back out here. I just woke up. So they're almost done. I'm about to bring me my paperwork. I got a Hershey load that it took a lot of work to get to out of Edwardsville. So I was trapped. Like, it was the worst that I think I've ever seen freight in Springfield. When I had to go back there, I had to get an oil change, chassis lube, get my deer guard worked on again. I had a airbag that the seal on the bottom of it completely was just gone. It was just blowing air out of this airbag. And then I had 6 nails. Well, all 6 nails or screws weren't in the tires, but I had 6 holes across all 4 drives. All 4 drives had to be repaired. Would have been great if it was 6 holes in the same tire. Because then I only would have had to pay for the tire repair on 1 tire, but I ended up having to pay for tire repair on all 4 tires, which was a pain in the butt. But anyway, I got all that done, and there is like no freight in Springfield. It's always, well, at least in the last year and a half, it's been pretty bad. It didn't used to be that way. It used to be that you could go to outbound and you'd be like, hey, I'm ready to go, and they would say, which direction do you want to go? So you could say, well, you know, send me to Illinois, and okay, we got this, and this. That's the way it used to be. It's not that way anymore. But it was bad this last time, this last weekend, where it was for 2 days straight. They were like, look, there's nothing, you know, like we can't even, like they were basically like, don't even bother coming back in the morning. I mean, there's nothing, you know. Well, we got your truck number, we got you in line. So I went and talked to the person who was covering the fleet and said, hey, can I just bobtail up to Olney and get an empty trailer and be dispatched out of there? He messaged sales, and sales said, no, we're already planning for Monday. Well, if I've got outbound telling me that they may not have loads until Monday, then I'd rather just go somewhere. But they're like, no, I'm not doing that because we're already planning for Monday. We're short loads up there already. So I go back to the truck and fall asleep, and then I get the call, hey, we've got this Hershey load out of Edwardsville. Can you go to Olney to get an empty trailer? I'm like, man, that's what I asked. You know, I didn't say anything, but in my mind, I'm like, it's literally what I asked to do, because I've done that a few times. But so I had to go up to the Olney Walmart, which there's always empty trailers. If you are in that whole southern Illinois area and you're ever wondering like where you might be able to go for an empty trailer, there's always like 10 empty trailers at that Olney Walmart. So I had to go all the way to Olney, which was like 150 extra miles. It was way out of the way to get the trailer, but that's okay because the Hershey load paid almost $3 a mile. So then I went empty over to pick up the Hershey load and drove it over to where I am right now. But man, that sucked. The Springfield terminal, if you have to get work done, is just painful, because not only you have the downtime and the cost of getting all your work done, which part of mine was warranty, the airbag, but you also are then potentially going to be stuck for a day or two just trying to get a load out. So I just avoid that terminal at all costs, and it's kind of a bummer, because it used to be that you'd want to go there and you know, spend a nice 24 hours, get a shower, get something to eat, check your mailbox, all that good stuff. Now I do not want to. I just avoid that place at all costs. But I just had to. I didn't have any choice at that particular juncture. Right now I'm kind of trapped. I just got a proposed load, so I'm gonna look at that in a minute. Let's see what I'll look at it right now with y'all on the phone. And someone's trying to call me. So let's see, this one's picking up 55 miles away. That could work, and it's picking up like any time now. That could work because I've got high wind coming where I'm at with some snow. Not anything crazy snow, but with the high wind, they're talking about 45 and 50 mile per hour gusts coming this evening. So I need to get wherever I'm going and get loaded, or at least get an empty trailer off the truck before that stuff happens. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. Otherwise, I'm going to be moving my PTA out and sitting, because I ain't about trying to run across the state with an empty trailer in 50 mile per hour gust. Like that's not something that piques my interest. So I'm taking a closer look at this. This might work. There's a washout right across the street, so it could work. We'll see what happens. Where's this even going? Yeah, I mean, it's wow. Yeah, it's $1,100 for a total of 300 miles. Delivers before the payroll cutoff. Yeah, I should probably try to figure out how to make this work. But we're gonna figure out how to make this work. So that problem got solved, I guess, and I should be unloaded here pretty quick. They just came out and said they're bringing me paperwork, so that works out really well, I think, provided that load's actually ready where I'm going. But anyway, I'd love to know your experience out there. If you guys seen the same thing with the Springfield terminal? I don't know if we just have less loads going out of there, or maybe everybody's the same way. They're like, screw that, I'm not going to Springfield, so they don't take loads there anymore. I don't know what it is. Now, I know there's a ton of tractors there. There seems to be a lot more terminal rats. And by terminal rats, I mean people who just like to hang out at the terminal. There was always a lot of tractors there, but it wasn't always the case where it's tractors just everywhere a tractor could sit. And now there's tractors everywhere. They're blocking trailers. Some places you can't get trailers out because tractors are parked out in front of them. There's just tractors everywhere in Springfield. So for some reason, there's a lot more tractors there. And it's not because of the shops, because for the first time in a long time, there was no wait for the shop. In fact, they wanted me to get into the shop the same day. So it wasn't that there was just an abundance of trucks being worked on. There's just an abundance of trucks at Springfield. So maybe it's not that there's less freight, it's just that there's a lot more trucks staying there. But so I'm just trying to, it's not like our fleet has grown that much. It's not like we've added 1,500 trucks. We haven't. So I'm just, there's a reason, I just don't know what it is. For whatever reason, it's much, much more difficult over the past year than it has been in the past, than the previous three and a half years, to get loaded out of Springfield. I don't know why that is. If anybody knows why, or you have theories, let me know. I'd love to know, because I rack my brain trying to figure out why there's a lot more trucks sitting there, and maybe there's a lot more trucks sitting there because there's a lot less freight. So maybe it is that there's less freight. That would make sense, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. It's confusing to me. But in any event, I won't be going back there anytime soon, for sure. That is not in the cards. But I was glad to get out of there, glad to get that load, and then this load that came in is just rock solid. I mean, I'm really kind of blown away by it, to be honest with you. Let's see, 55 miles to the 01. There's a washout right next to me. I believe I have a full tank, because I filled it up early this morning, but it's 55 degrees, 5-degree variance, so it's run very little. And it's 235 miles to the 90. So you're at 290 miles for $1,107. I need to run that. And it's going to some place, it's going somewhere where it's good. It's going somewhere good. So I'll be able to get reloaded out of where it's going to. The only thing I don't like about it is it delivers at 2:30 in the afternoon. I hate that. I'm a night driver, man. Like, I drove 300 miles this morning from midnight to 5 a.m. And that's what I like, to keep my miles in the nighttime. And if I have a delivery at like 2:30 in the afternoon, it kind of screws that up. I like to be off the road and parked by 2:30 at the absolute latest. So I can park wherever the hell I want and not have to fight for a spot and all that good stuff. So I do dislike deliveries at the time that I like to be parked, but whatever, that's okay. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. All right, guys, so like I said, I just wanted to get this video up so that I had a video going up, but I do have some edited videos I'm working on. Those will be coming soon. I may do another one of these if I don't get the time over the next few days to finish up 1 or 2 of those videos. But I do want to keep content flowing to YouTube. So anyway, be safe, make good decisions, always drive to thrive. Talk to y'all soon.